Hello everyone! Today we are wrapping up match day number 2 with the second match in Group B here, Germany versus France. And with me today is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Orcs Corn Guy. How are you doing and what do you expect here today? Oh wait, your camera froze. Oh wait, I think you have some internet problems here. You're back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you're
I
back.
think I'm back. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great you're helping out here. Yesterday we had Thanatron. Today we have the Corn Guy. Let's see if we can have full Team US here by the end of Nations Cup. Yeah, I mean, Germany versus France. Germany won last week against your team. What do you expect from Germany today against France?
I expect a strong performance, especially from Baron. He's really been, maybe the weakest link on Germany, and I expect him to make a big swing towards the positive against this match. But France is no slouch. They're here for a reason. They're a strong nation, and I look forward to jumping into it and seeing what they brought. There's a lot of very good deck builders who will be playing today, so it's going to be fascinating to see what they bring.
Yeah, I mean, Team France bringing Mr. Gateau from the bench today. So no Patriarca, which was one of the strongest players for France in Nations Cup number 2. But I think still a very strong lineup here with Bison, which was a top 4 finalist in 2021. And yeah, also for Germany, Terra, Baron von Glover, and Airball, same lineup that just won the first match. So definitely in a good shape here and also a good team. First match, just as usual, Pauper. And I think if you're ready for the first match, I'm as well. And the audience is probably also just waiting what the players are bringing today. That's always the biggest surprise. What decks are guys bringing and what did people cook in the last week here?
All right, let's see it. And this would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what Herbal brings. I can say why once I see the match start.
Give the players the go already.
I definitely hope this goes to Singleton too. No 3-0s today, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can skip the standard format, but I want to see all the alternate formats. Absolutely. So much fun to watch. Let me... where am I? Help!
And here we go. Pauper format. Standard limited cards, but big brain plays.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw a really wide variety of decks so far. We saw some attempts on Jagro burn style and Soviet Britain naval support decks. I mean,
Brit France unit list. We saw, the standard Brit US control list from J King. We've seen Vinny bring Mobilized to the table. Still hoping to see some tokens Pauper come out, and
here we go. Match number 1, Pauper. Only standard and limited cards allowed. No specials, no elites, and Bison with... yeah, this looks like this Soviet counter deck to that Britain, US, California deck.
okay.
That we just seen a few times.
And it's going to be interesting against Herbal's list. I did just play Herbal on ladder coincidentally, and he was playing this list. It may not be the best matchup for this control heavy deck, which is trying to control the board, where Herbal is looking like he's more going for burn. So I'm interested to see what Bison has for healing, if he can find some honeys, if he can find some fortifications. That will be a big part in this game.
And that sickle definitely slowing Erbil down here, denying the expansion on turn 2. But its 24th is just really good as an opening play here. Whenever this gets destroyed, just drawing another copy. But Bison with double hammer, but no 2 credit card to get rid of this. There's some good amount of removal, but also expensive removal here. Might
Yeah, and he
see
doesn't need to. He's not threatened in any way by this.
a 3rd expansion.
We're going to get some good draw here.
I mean, you
And
definitely need the expansions, right? You have no Martyr, you have no Enigma in Pauper format, so the expansions are really, really important. And definitely good for Erbil to find 3 copies of this. Although he's losing a lot of early tempo here, might just help him in the mid game.
That's true. And as he draws, you can see some Mitos coming in here to give some extra burn damage, like we highlighted, this being a burn popper list. You're also going to see some
The 4th expansion. Yeah, sorry.
Some deadly duty, probably in
Oh
this
yeah,
because it can trigger the destruction effects.
that's a good point. That's another good option for draw in this format. $35T.
That's a great pull of the Bryansk. His hand was looking kind of not ideal for this. But, you know, with this guard down, he can definitely buy some more time and try to stall out this burn.
Yeah, we know that Erbil has double surprise attack in hand if you place the second type 94 here. But for now, this is, I think, the best option here for Bison to, yeah, just stop those from attacking the HQ. Oh, what? 10.5 centimeters? Haven't seen that one in a while. It's the full burn package here.
Yeah, and with Bison already at 14 now going down to 7, this is definitely not does not seem to be the type of matchup that he expected.
Fly shot is pretty good here, clearing out 3 of those 4 units. But Erbil definitely with more use to come here soon. With double Mido, with 10.5 centimeter, it's another 6 damage in hand already.
And he can buff his type 90 or his 35T and get some extra damage in there. And then just setting him up for Heen lethal or some more burn to come.
Yeah, Bison is playing Brit Ally, so there's a chance there's fortification in the deck, but not in hand currently.
And I'm not sure if Doubting even has a target that it could hit in this list.
It's only, what is it, 4 or more?
4 more.
Yeah, I mean, not too much, I guess.
Unless there's a greater purpose.
And there we go.
Yeah, good job, Germany. It definitely seemed to be a case of whoever predicted and brought the more effective deck, but you know, credit to Herbal, and definitely France will rebound here coming up in these other formats.
Yeah, I mean, 4 expansions found there definitely helped just not running out of juice early on. And
Yeah,
that was really important. I mean, Deadly Duty, as you said, would have been another way to find draw there. But you have to kill one of your units to get draw out of it, so this was definitely a good option there. And Bison with a kind of heavy hand there, with a good hand against this Brit US deck with a lot of hammers in hand, but against these tiny small units, supply shortage did not do enough. Came down on turn 3. Not fast
Yeah,
enough for this very aggressive list here.
and the question is, did Bison have honeys or fortifications and not draw them, or did he not include them in the deck because, if he did have them, he's probably upset that he couldn't find them. And
Okay,
now moving to the classical
the legacy format, yeah.
matchup, Legacy. I'm interested to see what Baron and Pad
Yeah.
bring, and this is a great format. I wish that I had opportunity to play this more.
I think second game is going to play Mr. Tuvu du Gâteau for,
Gateau.
for France.
Okay.
But versus Baron. But now it's time for your trash talk.
Oh no. Well, he doesn't have to worry about me. He really has to worry about Chaotic Poison, another contributor to the Team USA. He has a strong rivalry with Baron. Sometimes, you play players and you develop this rivalry, and Chaotic Poison has his eyes set on Baron.
Yeah, I saw
So,
some cool comments in chat yesterday, so definitely those guys are just up for something.
and we have a similar matchup to yesterday with Feigned Jagro versus Brit Air.
Oh, that was
Baron with both.
such a close match. Both with 1
True, it was.
HP. That was insane.
I wonder if Baron has any more orders in this deck. He already has two, the most standard ones. Um, Definitely not the fastest start you'd like with Jagro. But like we've seen, Jagro can just keep coming back, coming back. But Gateau having all of the removal answers he needs AoE early, definitely looking in a strong position. But it's too early to tell anyway.
Yeah, this Desperate Measures doing great work here. Never do. Protecting against the Aichi.
It's definitely a strong, desperate measures. However, setting yourself back that extra credit is never pleasant when you're trying to get to turn 6 as fast as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at this point it was like 33% of your credits available. That's already a lot.
But with these draws that Gateau is getting, it doesn't look to be in the best follow-up position to capitalize on his early success.
yeah, this Desperate Measures was huge. I mean, now Raiding Brigade can
Yeah.
clear the board, and then Francis is left with an empty hand here. Not empty hand, but empty board, and only a Parasy in hand. Not really great. No draw
True.
as well.
Shelling is a good option to stall, and notably, it will have reduced Baron's credit slots by 2 if you account for the desperate measures.
Holding back the Raiding Brigade.
And Gateau can shelling and then destroy the signal regiment with the pin, which would be a strong turn. He chooses to draw.
Now we might see Raiding Brigade on that Swordfish. No.
That definitely is a strong target. I would like to see the shelling and then the pin to destroy the signal to prevent any further burn damage.
Still not playing it.
Still holding it back. Um,
Dealing with the board first.
yeah, but taking that credit away, uh, slot away, the earlier you can do it, the more it's going to give tempo to you.
Yeah, especially since, yeah, Baron already played Desperate Measures and just denied himself one credit here. It's been huge.
But it has to come out here. Let's see if he decides to follow up on this board pin to destroy the signal.
Signal is very problematic here and constantly shipping away. And with two Empire Strikes in hand, you have a good amount of board clear. All you need to do is find a single bomber to increase your chances to get a full board clear. Obviously, with this board, one Empire Strikes would be enough, even without a bomber, but we expect more to come here from Mr. Baron.
Baron looks to be a little bit frustrated with the having key in hand. If perhaps if he didn't, he would just be able to comfortably feigned now. Looks like he's trying to decide. Oh, and he just sends it. He rips feigned retreat, discarding his key.
Ooh.
If he knew, that is an interesting play because getting rid of the key will also prevent Gateau from drawing, which actually may help Baron in the long run because Gateau will take him longer to find units.
Yeah, that's a good point. That this key would have probably helped Gateau more than Baron at this point. So really good. Yeah, no airplanes on board, so I think it was a perfect spot for feint retreat. And now we just see how easily you can just refill your hand or your board with it.
No. Oh, not the order you want to see. But Gateau does have a board wipe.
Out of Empire Strikes now, the card that you usually get 3 or 4 damage with, and he only got 2 face damage with his Empire Strikes. And has to play a Temple Piracy.
Baron can comfortably sheet in for 8, and what removal does Gateau have for that? Sexton is gone.
Only Monty,
both empires
guess,
are
right?
gone.
Monty,
There's the...
Okay, that's pin option. Not that here, thanks to surprise attack.
You have to push the pair C up before buffing it, unfortunately. But it might be a little bit too late. You know, Feigned Retreat is going burr right now, just drawing tons of cards for Baron. Chaotic Poison's probably crying watching this gameplay, seeing how strong Baron actually is. Baron saying, you know what, I've had enough from the bench players, you know. Maybe if you get on the main roster, then we can talk, Poison. And with that Arado, Baron is showing that he was only running 2 orders.
It was only Desperate Measures and the Feint Retreat. And that's a lot of stuff to deal with. No way to kill the shit in here. Brings it up to...
No, that's...
Oh wait, he has 4 health, right? 5 health. Can't kill the shit in.
That's an impressive move there. However, I think it's a little too late. You know.
Yeah, that's 8 damage on board. That is a dominant 2-0 so far. Jagro doing it one more time. Germany wants to finish it quickly today.
I really hope that France can win this pure war match.
It will be Pat
so that we can
time.
see Singleton. All right, Pad. Let's go, Pad.
Let's do this. It will be Pat versus Terror, team captain from Team Germany.
And the happiest person alive, if Germany can pull this 3-0 off, will be Wild Eyes, just watching his team do so well while he is lurking in their chats.
Yeah, I think he also got some COVID, so I think you might feel way better when Germany's having a good win here today. So hope you get well soon, Mr. Wild Eyes. Pat.
And there has been a lot of matches already played. Maybe the best meta decks for Pure War have already been discovered. It'd be interesting to see if people are still bringing new ideas to this, or if people think that they have the best tactic. I mean, the best tactic's always going to be have Geberg's Pioneer and go first, but can you get that reliably?
Yeah, I mean, we just saw that a lot in Pure War depends on who's going first. If you can bring down first, your artillery first, you have a big advantage. And I can already hear that the players are already into match number 3 here.
Wow, P40 is such a great card for Pure War. If you can get it down, it can really stymie your opponent. It looks like Team Germany's winning the go first battle here again.
And it's Japan again, but this time as an ally. Germany, Japan, mid-range?
Yeah, it's a version of, German Japan is like a very strong combination that we've been seeing. Um, there's a lot of turn one plays and is electing to just drop the type and save the careless talk. Nothing wrong with that.
Would be great to catch a Greyhound with this, but it's also a good idea to have something on board early on.
True, and it looks like he may catch a 164th Infantry, which actually may work against him if that's how it plays out.
I'm wondering if he pushes up to Type 94. He does. Maybe could have held it back a little bit to play exactly around this 164th play here.
But this is still a good position, especially if he can find a half track to retreat that Aichi. I mean, there's so much value in pure war having an Aichi, especially going first. How are you going to remove that? Um,
Yeah, we just saw Smokescreen being really strong in this format as well.
I mean, Sky Barons is in the store for 8 diamonds, but it's not going to help you in this situation where you can't have orders.
Absolutely not, yeah. You have to deal with it with units or with countermeasures.
I think 164th trade buff your Greyhound is really strong here, but Pat electing to just drop Red Devils, maybe thinking that he could have pushed it to the front line, or is just satisfied with it on board.
Yeah, interesting, definitely here.
Now Terror seems to be sitting in a strong position, and especially if this 35T comes out and catches the infantry, will Pad play around the conspicuous careless talk?
Just
You know,
imagine you place the 164s into this. But I think, yeah, the 35T just looks too tempting here.
he does have
Oh, wow.
air defense up. He could choose to float that, but this is still pretty strong, especially if he can then get some Shermans on board, start drawing and try to build back his board and deal with this Aichi. Terror Day's hand isn't too frightening right now. Just the Aichi on board has to be dealt with.
We're not
He
pushing up the
chooses
164s here.
he's a fan of having infantry on the back line so far. We've seen it with the Red Devils in the 164th. You know, Blitz is just too fast for Pad. Let's just keep him back.
So I think Terror is not able to clear the Red Devils in the front line. He's 1 credit short. Might just see a Panther 3H. See what options Terror has here. What can he find? Maybe Sudden Strike, yeah, exactly. Flampanzer maybe? Ooh.
I think also it's pretty important here. Pad has the World Championship qualifier card back, where Terra is just having the standard Steam gear card back. Definitely a lot with style points going to Pad. With the grenades, I mean, he might get the RNG just for looking good.
Yeah, he's definitely winning the table prop contest here in this match. Those grenades look really great.
Yeah. Hopefully, if he can win this match and bring it back for France and make it to the semifinals or even the finals, he can get those diamonds and then get the Washington board as well. And then I don't know if he'll ever lose Pure War looking that good.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of diamonds on the line here. Winning team, each
True.
player gets 750 diamonds. That's really a lot.
Yeah. And, Terror is a good soccer player in his own right in Germany, but, they don't pay you diamonds for
No,
being a soccer player.
they do not.
Sorry, I should have said football player.
I
This is
think both is fine.
okay. Oh, you heard it here. Spooz says both are fine. Ooh, airborne. Definitely.
That is great for
Wow.
dealing with those IGs that are on the smoke screen, but unfortunately, this front line.
He could move the 35T up, destroy the IG, and then float trade the 30. There's a lot that he could be do here. I definitely like destroying the IG, putting up air defense this turn, and then leaving yourself the airborne to finish it off if it's not captured by that air defense.
Oh,
And I really like this play Pad's going for.
This air defense might
Yes.
be huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not attacking with the Greyhound's definitely going to telegraph something to Teradeh. Can he pick that up? Can he
Yeah.
realize that he's in danger?
I would have loved it if he held it back maybe, because now it's kind of obvious that he's up for a countermeasure here. Like, why would you not attack with the Greyhound? I mean, it could still be a careless talk in Pat's hand, but
What does Terra have to play with? Is he going to just sacrifice the Sendai to give the unit back?
I mean, it's only a 1 credit Red Devil, right? It will be a 1/3 again. Not the worst idea. It's 3 damage,
this airborne
right?
play coming, yeah, it's 3 damage.
Oh, he plays around it.
So he does play around it, and he is going to get this draw off. 7 credits, going first. Good position still.
We're bringing in the draw, which is really important in this format. You don't have too many options without orders to draw. Martyr and this MEBF are good options.
Oh,
Shermans as
Pathfinders
well. Oh my
found.
God. Another good tool. Maybe better than the airborne, right?
Airborne has to come down.
This has ambush. If this is in the front line, it's a big problem in pure war format.
True, but the Heinkel in hand can deal with the ambush.
Oh my God, even better. The
Oh,
top decks from both players.
Teradeh saying, I would like this to be a short day, thank you very much. Oh, but he could have done the draw with the martyr. He was too excited. I don't blame him. I see that top deck, and I am deciding to trade immediately. But the Pathfinders is still out.
I mean, yeah, it's a good option to get rid of the VF here, but Heinkel plus type 93, but I'm expecting it to be traded away.
Surely the Nebel gets involved here.
Ooh. Yeah,
I think Nebel is the play.
yeah, I
I think you
think so too.
and claim that one extra damage.
Really,
Unless
it's
you
so
want to
strong. And
unless
this
you want to
one.
pretend that you have sniped up, which would be probably not effective. I don't know if they would expect you to have sniped, but and this all came from, unfortunately, Pad had to telegraph that he had air defense up because he didn't have that extra credit to attack.
Yeah, that was maybe a little bit too obvious countermeasure there, and maybe
Ooh,
this was the
Comet
deciding factor. Comet,
found.
really great.
And what are we gonna see? That's a good tempo play, but it's not quite enough.
Might expect Schützen to the front line here.
You kind of have to protect your back rank, although it's not ideal getting the veteran mechanic to come out.
Yeah, what to attack here? I mean, makes sense to go face.
It's not the best, especially considering that whatever you attack could still be bounced back. I'm assuming we may see the Comet come out to deal with something from the back rank.
Another Schützen here.
Oh, wow. And will we see a Sherman draw?
Oh, finally
No.
draw for Pat here with the Martyr. Very important. Running out of cards in hand.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Pad, but that's a
Another one.
great find. Oh, and he can trade and get another draw. Definitely Pad says, hey, no cards in hand, but where's your board? Berg's Pioneer, not the best find. However, it can, be destroyed by the Heinkel, the Flampanzer. Terror would, if he wants to keep these top decks up, he's gonna have to find a Type 94 so that he can just buff the Heinkel. Doesn't find it. Pat choosing not to play the Gebergs also.
What would you hold it back for? I mean, there's no Stars and Stripes in this format.
Maybe he wants to play around Martyr Flampanzer,
I see, yeah.
which would be still strange.
Ooh, and Terror starting to chip away on the HQ here.
Terror,
Setting Pat on a 2-turn timer here.
2-turn timer. Wow. That's a close, fast clock. Especially with the Schützen in hand, it can deal 3 damage if it trades into the front line. This is looking like a German 3-0, and unfortunately, we won't get to see Singleton.
Yeah, your big wish not coming true here.
Maybe they can play it still, and then we can just watch it on your Patreon. I don't know.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, not enough pressure here. Only a PRR found.
And the Terror has lethal with the, if he can get the Heinkel, the Leopold milled. Interesting mill, but he still has the Schützen.
3 more damage. Comet. So good to know that the air defense is already out.
True.
I mean, Pat
Comet
also
is
has no cards in hand, but
such a strong card. And there's the Sherman, unfortunately. Too late here.
Way too late, yeah. I mean, what can you found here? Maybe there's another countermeasure that can deal with this, but
Well,
ugh.
ideally, and unfortunately, he could have found a First Marines if, First Marines is a great tech these days to deal with a Comet and other airplanes, but I don't think it's in the meta for people to be running First Marines.
Yeah, I mean, usually air defense is enough to deal with those comets, but it had to be utilized earlier. And wow, we have a very dominant win here for Germany today. 3-0 over France. Whew.
Wow.
I
Good
mean,
job, Germany. Germany looking very strong.
so I think you're also a little bit happy that you already played against Germany. And Germany next up against Canada, who lost against Team USA yesterday. And you guys, Team USA, are up against France. So I think I don't want to shit talk France here, but I think you have good options to advance to the next round, maybe.
No, France's grinders, they're going to be upset after this loss, and they're going to be coming prepared. They are going to want to, if they beat us, we're likely not going to go to the finals, and they're going to say, "Hey, USA, we're going to prevent you from going. We want this match," and USA is going to have to put up with a strong fight against good deck builders. Hopefully, we can get some of the luck that Germany had versus them, but.
Let's take a look at the current standing here in Group B after match day number 2. Wait, why did it not update? Hello? Update, please. Did I miss something? No. Huh? Why is it not update? I love this website. It's just destroying my whole PC.
Saying
it's
we're
insane.
not going to update yet because Germany won too fast, Spooz. Couldn't have happened.
Even Challenge can't handle the speed of Germans win here. That might be the reason. What happened? Oh, now we have it. See, it's just updated. So we have Germany in front here with 2 dominating wins. I mean, 2 wins against Team USA. It was a really close one here. Today it was a very clear 3-0 with 6 points. So 6 match wins. Germany in front here, in front of Canada. But since we have USA, France next week and Germany versus Canada for the first 3 teams, still everything is possible. Although Germany with 3-0 has a good chance with losing less matches than the rest maybe to advance to the semifinals. But I think if I do some quick calculations here, normally we always have +1. Canada could also go to...
If Canada defeats Germany and USA defeats France, we'll have 3 teams on 2 and 1, and those tiebreakers will be really crucial between Canada and USA.
Yeah, it will definitely be exciting to see what is happening. I think, all 3 teams still have a chance here. France unfortunately out, but I'm pretty sure they will come up with some cool stuff and try to get this win in this year's Nations Cup. But next week on Monday we will start again with the 3rd match day here for group number A with Hungary versus Russia. Russia still undefeated, but can still not make it to the semifinals, as I just figured out yesterday already. If Russia loses 3-0 against Hungary and China wins in a dominant way against Ukraine, Hungary and China are in the next round. So in Group A as well, anything is possible. Corn Guy, thank you for being here. It was a pleasure having you. Hope we can do this one more time next week. Next week we will have a full week. We will have the 4 match days from Monday to Thursday. On Friday we will have the semifinals. On Saturday the big finals and the bronze match. So make sure to not miss that. Thank you again for being here. It was a pleasure, and hopefully we see each other in the next week, guys. Bye-bye.
Let's go, Thanatron. Top 4 worlds. Keep Jeffy Alpine.